Well, it looks like it's finally official. The Cowboys have added a much-needed piece to their defensive line. I'll tell you what I love about the move in a moment, but first, thank you for watching, thank you for commenting, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for ringing the bell. That way you're always notified of the latest breaking news in your Cowboys, like this one. Cowboys have reportedly agreed to a contract with defensive tackle Dontari Poe. Poe was at one time with the Kansas City Chiefs one of the best interior defensive linemen in all of football. What he brings to the Cowboys is a 30-year-old that no longer is both a great interior rusher and a run stuffer, but a guy that is assuredly at 350 pounds still a force to be reckoned with in the middle of your defense in terms of being a run stopper and space eater. What made him so great in Kansas City was the fact that he could be both a guy with great speed at 350 pounds that can get to the quarterback, and he still has that ability, but I wouldn't think that he'd bring that to the table with the Cowboys as much as he'll bring a true one technique that'll be a run stuffer and space eater for this team, and something this defensive line has sorely needed for a long time. Now you might be wondering, if he's that good in the interior of a defensive line, then why would Carolina just cut him like they did? And the reason's simple: money. Carolina Panthers are on the hook to pay him $13 million against the cap this year. By cutting him, they only have $3 million in dead money. So it's pretty easy math for Carolina. They're going to cut him, so that frees up $10 million in cap space for them. I'm assuming the Cowboys got a pretty sweet deal on Dontari Poe, because that's really all the Cowboys do when it comes to free agency. They take sweet deals. Like Walmart, always rolling back prices. But what this says more than anything to me, the Cowboys signing and spending money on a one technique, something the Cowboys haven't really had much of a priority in recent history, is the role that Mike McCarthy is playing in roster building. Now, this shouldn't come as a surprise to any of us, because even Jason Garrett had his hands in the configuration of this roster. But Mike McCarthy didn't have much say in terms of roster in Green Bay, but he'll have a ton of say in Dallas in terms of the way this roster is constructed. And when you look at the loss of Malik Collins and the loss of Robert Quinn of the defensive line, but the additions of Gerald McCoy and now Dontari Poe, I would say without a doubt that this defensive line is already upgraded, and we haven't even hit the draft yet. I love this move, and now you can really start to see that the Cowboys defensive line and what they could potentially have, just starting with Gerald McCoy, Poe, and DeMarcus Lawrence, and maybe Randy Gregory. And maybe Randy Gregory can play at a high level. Cowboys should be pretty disruptive up front in 2020.